So, we're going to cut this intro a bit shorter. Here we are, back again, as promised, in Queenstown. But this time we'll fly the the fly-by-wire mod. Its latest experimental version. Just updated today. And there's a 737 inbound. The bot is very polite, I agree. Okay, so the idea is that we're going to have GSX integration. So that's something I'm going to... excuse me. What? Are you joking? You've got to be kidding me. Seriously? Where's my cable? Help! Where's the charging cable? Hey Sasha, welcome. It's the first time I'm using the You've got to be joking me. Hang on, do I need to turn on these batteries? Ah. Yeah, very funny. Okay, so battery's getting very low. Please charge the battery soon. Well, yeah, how? Oh, it is charging. Sasha, are you joining the flight? Fantastic. Right. It looks like I'm breathing. I'm alive. I'm breathing, it seems. Okay, so. Blimey. Fly-by-wire mod. I've not been in it for ages. So. I know there is the FS2 crew, there is a app as well for the fly-by-wire mod, but I don't have it, so we're going to do this single pilot concept then. So this is the weather. I don't like the breathing, so when you move, breathing, let's forget that. There we go, so that's better. Profile fly-by-wire Neo, okay. Yeah, we'll use that. Cool. And Musculazone, hey, welcome. So, New Zealand, Wellington. What else do we have?
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Duo Channel experience. Could new subscribers please make their way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight infotainment will be served. Thank you.
Musculazone, thank you so much. That's a Twitch Prime, also a new member. Thank you so much for your subscription. Welcome to the community. I'm doing well. How are you doing? So, in order to fuel the aircraft, now let's do GSX then. So let's go GSX. Request refueling.
Refueling truck is on its way.
Good.
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
Yeah, roger. I won't do that. So, let's have a look at the flight plan real quickly. So, we've got a Neo. 63.5 tons of fuel weight. 1 hour, 5 minutes. You're doing well. That's good to hear. Does the panel jump? It doesn't. Well, no. So Dennis, I know this isn't exactly this as it should be. But I personally don't mind that much. I use many different aircraft add-ons. And I know if you fly the Phoenix, you're probably a little bit spoiled because they have that done very nicely. But it doesn't really bother me that much here in the fly-by-wire mod. Right, we've got some sigmets. So again, we may have some clear air turbulence later on, but that is severe turbulence at lower levels, surface to level 120. The same here, and 120 to 40. So severe ice. So that's all lower
Please
level.
don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
At the moment, 170, 27 knots, 5 kilometers, light rain. But we can have until 20 UTC, 45 knots. Then we can get some more rain. So it stays windy. And that is due to that cyclone that is just over the northern part, just north of Wellington. Christchurch is the auto airport.
Please use your airplane fuel system to set the desired fuel quantity.
Yeah, how much do I want? Let's see. I want to have 6.7, 6.8. A bit extra, 6.8. So, fuel, 6.8. Wow. Now that was high pressure refueling, wasn't it? That must have been like 5,000 psi. Bam. Incredible. Good. Oh, I clicked an instant. Did I really? Oh, you're right. Okay, yeah. Okay, next time we'll do real. My bad. Payload. Let's do real. Import that. Real. And then let's do request boarding.
Boarding requested.
Now I want to try something else. Because we can go and clear is the toggle key, so oh god.
Do you want to board crew?
Hang on.
Passengers bus is coming.
How do I get clear? Clear? No, I don't know. Oh no. How do I get back inside? Oh, you have to activate GSX. Ah, okay, I didn't know that. Hold on. Sorry for that. I need to find GSX here.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment.
Why does it
will
always
be
say
served?
clear?
Thank you.
I don't want clear. I don't. Toggle button. How can I set the toggle button? Toggle button set. Set. P. No, I don't want clear. Ah, okay, no, now I get it. Okay. So now I'm outside. Ah, there we go. Well, that's very sensitive though with the mouse. Let me dial down the mouse sensitivity. Ah, that's better. All right, that's better. Cool. Caray, amigo! Caramba, señor. ¿Cómo estás? Right, so that does look a bit dangerous. So he said under. Okay, let me revoke. Or restart Quattle. So under settings. Settings and then third party. There we go. Nice. Thank you for the tip. Fantastic. Cool. So, in this case, then we'll do the following. We'll go... Let's start GSX. Why am I disconnected from SimBridge? Hold on. Sorry, I need to start SimBridge. Muy bien. Ah, perfect. So, SimBridge, start. There we go. Yeah, because you have to have SimBridge running. So GSX.
The requested position is already assigned to another aircraft.
There we go. So now, so what do we need to do now? Can I just simply go to payload? So I have to set everything manually now. Let's say I want to have 62 cargo 24. Let's do a bit more. Let's do 4. There we go. That's about right. Hey, Alan, get to your question in a second. Give me just a few moments. Services. Right, so I'm a bit confused now. So how do I start boarding, etc.? Holger, how would I start boarding now? Okay, so I activate over GSX. So for some reason, I can't... So I've put myself onto that parking spot. All right, let me try that. Just walk me there. So let me try that here. So how come I can't start the services? Let me just restart that again. Right. I don't know what's happening. Right. Oh no. Hang on. Ah!
Welcome aboard the Captain Black
So now I can...
channel.
Darn, now I can do it, but I don't want... Hang on.
Subscribers please make their way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight infotainment will be served. Thank you.
Hey BB and chat, smile, 6 months of being subbed at Twitch already. D-time flies by carrot.
It does really fly. A big thank you to Killian. But first of all, sorry, so first of all, for the Arthamico resub, 64 months, good golly. Arthamico, muchas gracias, señor. 64 months, Arthamico. Yeah, I tried twice, so... Hold on. Do you think so? No, it's not in. No, it's not in slew mode. It's a known issue. But an issue with what? So, all right. Let me do the following. We didn't do much yet. So let me just go quickly. And then a big thank you to Killian coming in with 6 months as well. Hey, Black Box chat, 6 months of being subbed at Twitch already. I know, right? Time does fly. So let me just reset everything here. Set as departure, fly. And then hopefully we can do everything from scratch. I'm sorry to hear that you're sick. Get well better. Get well better soon. It has to do with the pushback being... All right, so that everything's connected. Fantastic. So that's good. That's good. That's good. All right. So let's try again. And while we do that, I want to have real time, and I want to have, oops, I want to have live weather as well. There we go. So, let's try again. Sasha, I am not yet connected. Let me just connect again. So I'm connected now. Let's see if I can pick you up. There we are. Another one there. Fly UK and Speedbird. Speedbird is missing the landing gear though. Not sure what's happening there. Cool. So we've done that. We've done that. So now we go. Fuel. Oh Jesus Christ. So let's go GSX. Request fueling.
Refueling truck is on its way.
Please
So
don't
that's-
load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
Okay, so I had to switch to stable version. Okay, so we'll do real time. 6-7, that's fine. Oh, he's got landing gear now. They found it. Brilliant. Hover taxi procedure. I can hear him. Oh, there he is. Now, to speed things up, we'll request the passengers at the same time. If we can do that, that is. Request boarding.
Boarding requested.
Ah, that's working.
Fuel truck is in position.
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
G'day. So. Right, I probably can't do that, so... So he's waiting for something. Services, doors, forward door, and cargo door. Right. So what's the matter? Oh. Ha. Okay. So it seems like, yeah, it doesn't like something with FS realistic. It seems. So something's, sorry for the problems. So something gets messed up. I can click some stuff, but nothing's happening. Okay. All right. Sorry for that. We'll try one more time. If that doesn't work, then we'll just go do everything manually. I close FS Realistic, so that doesn't hamper with the aircraft. Old Man Bishop says you have to download the payload before you request boarding. Ah, yeah, okay, makes sense. That does make sense, obviously. So that, and that. So there we go. So we import the SimBrief data. We're going to go and go to fuel, put that real, payload, download. Hey, forward, goody. So now let's try that. So request refueling.
Refueling truck is on its way.
And while he's doing that, we'll do our normal
Please
preparations.
don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
Forward, wie geht's dir? That's good. Right, the flight warning computer hasn't completely started yet. That's there we go. So now it should be good. Ja, danke. Sehr gut. Vielen Dank. Ja, alles bestens. Yeah, I'm on VATSIM. I've logged in. There we are. Look. Sasha, which one is you then? So MCU, ATSU, AOC menu, init request, init data request. That's fine. Init request. BA. Oh, there we go. Right, here we get everything loaded in. That's nice. So what we need then is zero fuel weight 63.6. I can hear the... Oh, that's not allowed. Hang on.
Fuel truck is in position.
Okay, I think I remember now. You need to put in the...
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
Both of those values. There we go. And then the block fuel, we said, is going to be around 6.8. No, 6.8. There we go. And it is kilograms, isn't it?
Please
Yeah,
use your
kilograms.
airplane fuel system to set the desired fuel quantity.
Okay. But I have done so. Let's see. Oh! Right, that was quick as well. Okay. At least we've refueled. But I have set normal speed.
Please use your airplane fuel system to set the desired fuel quantity.
Whoa, that scared me. Jesus. The ground control button is what for? Well, if you switch that on, you have a microphone right there. And that records everything that's being said on the flight deck. If that is off, and the engines are off, there is no recording.
Please use
So,
your airplane fuel system
put
to
this
set
to
the
on.
desired fuel quantity.
Until the engines are started, or at least one engine is started. Because then that will go out, and then the microphone is active as it is. Right, so he's done that. Now, payload. How come I can't... I don't know, let's put something in here. 100, 160, 170. 3 tons. So that's now set. Let's request boarding.
Boarding requested.
So it has 170, 3.5. Let's see if that works now. Cool. So that's done. We need alternate fuel, Christchurch, 1.6. That's quite a lot. So 1.6 tons. For Neo, that's quite a lot. There we go. A bit of extra fuel. Fantastic. Right, so we're departing. Departure, yeah, 05. And that means the ANPOF 3 Alpha departure. Transition, it says Tinjo.
Do you want a
Insert.
board crew?
Nobody.
Passengers bus is coming.
So then we've got Timjo. From there, it should be Yankee 153. Yeah, so that's correct. All the way towards, and then it's the Wards 4 Bravo arrival for ILS Zulu 16. Yeah, we're going to the outside view in a minute. Approach via. Right, which waypoint is that going to be? Let's do that. And there we are. Wards 4 Bravo. So that's via Whitby. I'm not sure what these points are. Zulu ILS. Whitby. I'm just going to put no via initially, so then... Oh! Ha! Lol! How cool is that? Look. It said the passengers are waiting. Open the door. Shall we open the door or shall we let them wait? Alright, let's be nice. Wait. Hang on, do we have stairs at the rear? No, we don't. Why not?
Passengers boarding starting.
LOL, you've got to love that. That was actually cool. And they're all boarding in the front. Yeah, that's true. You can change it in the profile. Yeah, aircraft. So you can do customized airplane. PAX 4. I'm not sure what standard check store 4 means. Yeah, then you can use the editor, etc., etc. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Does the Flybywire wire support misapproach procedures? I don't know yet. I've not flown it for ages either, so...
Morning.
Good morning.
Ah, there we go. So Bruno knows. Hello, Bruno. How you doing? Ah, okay. So you can't model it here. Okay. That makes sense as well. So we'll do that. So flight plan. Let's have a look. So we come from Wards. do that. So we come from wards.
Good evening, ma'am. How are you?
Yeah, with
I'm
the
doing good.
canes. Oh, he's back again. My god. Canes and then onto the ILS. Oh, that looks good.
Hi. Thank you.
Yeah, but there's no missed approach yet, no. Yeah, thank you, Bruno. That's really cool. Thank you much. So the departure route, the ANPOF 3 Alpha departure. That's already an interesting departure. Look, it goes Quebec November, 843, 846, 849, 852, Lemac. So it's like a circle. And then you go on to these other waypoints. That already looks very interesting. So let me just have a look at the waypoints here. So 843, 846, 849, 6,000 above. Okay. 852, is that above? Yeah, it is. 160 knots. 852, Lemac. 180 knots, 11,000 below. So between 6.5 and 11. Can you book a Dakar? I don't know. So Salty depends. Is there scenery available for it? I think Bogota. Hang on, Bogota. We've been to Bogota. Yeah. I have scenery. I was actually thinking about doing it today.
How are you? I'm doing good.
Right, Quebec number 861, 195 knots. Mid-hooks 12,000 below. That's correct. And then we've got Anpov. We go Altvor 180 above, and then Timjo 250 below. Right, that's all correctly programmed. GG. Let's see how it flies later on. We shall see. So we're going to climb. I'm going to put in, since we don't have ATC, I'm going to put in 390 cruising level.
Passengers bus is coming.
All right. Kinich 1003. So that's that. Diff rips. So init A, B page. Flight plan page. RatNav. Well, we can put in Queenstown. 13.6. And then performance. Do we have a calculator here yet? I think it's only for landing, correct? Yeah, it's only for landing calculations, so still no takeoff. All right, we'll do something. Flaps 2 Neo, quite common. It's a short runway, so we're going to do like 4. Well, it's a strong engine, so we'll do 45 flex. We'll do 27 for the acceleration engine out. And just going to double click here. Oops. Coley boy, okay, thank you much. Okay, let me try that. So 320 Neo gross weight for takeoff is 70.2 kilograms. CG. That's a good question. That should be in the EFB. CG 34.9. Okay. So 39. Config 2. Anti-ice off and air conditioning. Let's put air conditioning on. Airport. Queenstown. 05. Runway length is 1889 meters. Heading is 053. Dry runway. QNH today is 1003. Temperature about 14. Wind 050 at 6. Calculate. So it gives me a flap. Oops. It gives me a flap 2 takeoff, of course. Trim down 2.3. God, I hope that's correct. And Magenta Dagger, hello to you. Yeah, Trollsport, let's hope that they continue to develop it. So we got 134, 134, 140.
Thank you.
So 134, 134, 140, transition 13,000. Is it 13,000? I think so. Yeah, it was the 150, so it should... Yeah, there we go. 13,000 is correct. Cool. Oh, it's actually doing Toga. No flex. Seriously. GG, so Toga power takeoff. Wow. Alright. Oh, is it really? Ah. Yeah, good. Thanks for the info. Yeah, thanks. Okay, Sapphire Wave will wait until they finish boarding then. Only 28 to go. We're almost there. Cool. So that remains open still. Secondary we don't have yet. Fixed info we can't do. So that's all there is we can do here. Let's start the APU.
I'm right next door. Thank you.
Where all the sounds of the babies crying, yeah. I know, right? Does it really? Ah. Bruno, how do you remember all these things?
Morning.
Good morning.
So, it has, you know, that's still 34.9. So that has remained the same. So if I look at the trim wheel, so 34.9, that's about down, I would say 1.7. So I hope we can trust this this value, because otherwise, boy, we're going to be in for a ride. That's for sure. I.e., we won't be able to lift off. Or we'll lift off automatically. One of those. Good. So that's all set. That, and that. Then we go here, services. No, everything's closed. We're good. Trim wheel CEO scale. Ooh. I'll stick with 1.6 for now. Yeah, okay. Thanks for the info, Oldman Bishop. Yeah, thanks. But I'll stick with that value. It should be fine. As long as we stay in the green band. We can overpower any wrong trim setting with the... with these sticks, so should be alright. Cool. Briefing, let's say it's completed. Taxi out is going to be as follows. So pushback. We'll go Alpha 3 backtrack. Takeoff 05. Rest has been briefed. So high terrain threats. Weather is good. So cockpit preparation checklist. Gear pins covers removed. Fuel quantity 6,760 kilograms balanced. Seatbelts on. ADIRS. NAF. And Barbara Ref QNH 1003 is set and checked. Cockpit preparation check is completed. So let's start up. That is set. Our ground power I have to remove. Hold on. Let's do that to on. Transmitting, fantastic. 22.8, brilliant. Well, I haven't flown the fly-by-wire for ages, so I honestly can't. I can't comment on that. So if we go. Well, let's try that. So call the tug. Can I pre-plan? Oh, GSX, alright. Okay, so we'll have that off, obviously. Yeah, okay, we'll use GSX then. That's fine. Oh, the ground power... Oh, that's always disconnected, doesn't it? It's not physically connected anymore here in the sim, but it shows it as being connected. Yeah. I remember that.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Good. B4 start checklist. Parker brake. Set. Takeoff speeds and thrust. 134, 134, 140. Torque. Windows. Closed. Closed. Door.
Departure checks completed.
Closed.
Bypass pin inserted.
And the beacon is on. That's the... Before start checklist completed. Queenstown traffic. Air New Zealand 48 Tango, pushing back gate 2 in Queenstown.
And see the 632 sitting back from gate 5.
Locking gear.
Ooh, busy. Jeez. What's happening here? Blimey. Look at that. I know. You can call me stupid afterwards, but I just want to try. Oh no. Oh no, please. Not again. I'm just going to try to close collateral. No, press blue. Okay. Oh, you're a genius. Jesus Christ! Who are you and why are you in my seat? Get out of here. Thank you. Blimey. Will you stop doing that? Right, okay, so GSX is out. Okay, guys, we're not going to risk anything with GSX. Alright, so that's black box. Oh, I hope not. Oh, you guys. Right, so let's do it this way. Call the tug. Let's see if that works at least. Thanks for the tip with the slew. Our tug doesn't come. Ah, okay. So it breaks off, and then so is there any way to do? It's really quiet now regarding sounds. Is that normal? Ah, there we go. Fix that as well. I'm so good. So. No, something's wrong, guys. Hold on, something's wrong. I can't click stuff anymore. It's doing that again. Nah, something's broken, guys. Ah. I mean, it does stuff, so I can see it changes things, but it doesn't... It just doesn't throw the switches anymore. Yeah. Press Shift P. Let's try that. Shift P. Yeah, tried Shift P. So Control P. Ah, you are a genius, Sasha. Sasha, this applause is for you. You literally, I was just about to restart or give up completely. You are brilliant. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, I'm gonna just start the engines here, taxi out, guys. We're not gonna mess about anymore with these. So we've got everything on, fuel pumps are on. Oh, nice sounds. Just activate the charts. Brilliant. Alrighty. That's good, that's good, that's good. Engine 1 start. That's a nice view. Control P opens the lavatory door. You're pulling my leg, right? Alright. Brennell will be, thank God we got the engines running. Killian, no, don't tempt me. Right, there we go. GG's. That goes 1, 2. That's fine. I hope that mapping still works. That's cool. Good. Oh, those were steering. Hold on. Ooh. No, it's fine. It's gone. It's gone. Thank God for that. Right, full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, rudder, full left, full right, after start checklist, anti-eyes, not required. Status checked, pitch trim, let's put this to down 1.6 and hope that's correct. And the rudder trim is neutral, fantastic. Queenstown traffic, Air New Zealand 48 Tango taxiing active, holding short runway 05 in Queenstown. Yeah, I have. What do you mean?
Flight 205 via Alpha 3 and backtracking 05 departing.
I could hear something. Oh, what's going on? Yeah. There we go. Okay, I restarted Coatl, and that did the trick. Well, I'm sweating here, guys. I really am sweating. It's like I just hope we get airborne and get flying. So let's have a look. It looks like British is waiting for us. So just going to hold short here. Where do we get the cabin ready? Of course. Of course! Where else? That's on... Good, taxi checklist. Flight controls checked, flap setting, config 2. Radar, particular system.
Backtracking from runway 05.
On auto. And engine mode selector is normal, and EK mode takeoff no blue. Alright, so he's lining up, so we'll just wait here. Oh, I'm looking forward to it, Killian. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Now, I'm really looking forward to it as well, to see how the fly-by-wire mod actually flies this departure route. Not sure what to expect, but we shall try. VNAV, LNAV.
You're using half of a runway, so taxiing halfway and then just roaring takeoff for Viva 622.
Have a good flight.
Hey, Emma,
AP.
and you're very welcome for helping.
Great, thank you so much. Right, so let's have a look. Everything's done. That goes on as well. TCAS. Queenstown traffic, New Zealand 48 Tango lining up, backtracking 05 in Queenstown. Hang on. Yeah, he's taking off, right? He said half, and then it's going to take off from here, he said. Yeah, there he goes. Fantastic. Alright, cabin crew be seated for departure. Lineup checklist. We've got takeoff runway. It'll be 05 full length, TCAS, TARA, and the packs remain on. One thing I notice in the fly-by-wire mod, if I turn quickly here, it is somewhat laggy. So compared to the Phoenix, I find it interesting that the fly-by-wire mod seems to be a bit more strenuous on the FPS. Rightio, so let's line up, and then how do you find the ground handling? It's alright. So I'm using rudder pedals to steer, noseable steering, and I mean it does take a lot of power though. But apart from that, it's fine. I don't find much to complain about. Good. Let's go. About an hour flight time, so we're not that far behind schedule. All the lights are on. Timer is on. Let's go.
And Viva 632 crossing 6,000 feet and climbing to
Mantoga SRS. Order thrust blue. So let's see. 100 knots. No, not quite. There we go. It was 80. Now 100 knots. Checked. V1. Rotate. Pause. Clap. Gear up. That trim is alright. The trim was good. And we've got nav. I'm going to set the autopilot on because I do want to see how it flies it. 1, 2. Thrust climb, Alt Magenta 11,000. And that's the reason why we selected flaps 2. Because it does have some speed restrictions. 160 knots in the turn there. So that way, if we had an engine failure, since we are doing flaps 2, we can use normal bank. If we were at flaps 1, below maneuvering speed, with an engine failure, we could do 15 degrees bank only. That was 50. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, please. Oh, yeah. What's new in the
going direct to Kilo November A61, passing 10,000 feet.
That is copied. What's new? I mean, the biggest thing, I guess, is the GSX integration. But I think Bruno knows more about this than I do. I've not flown the flyby for ages. So I'm just checking to see if it still does everything correctly with the nav mode, speed mode. But that looks at the moment all good. And there we got 180 knots there as a restriction. And also I'm going to check if we level off, if the aircraft levels off at 11,000. What a departure. My FCOM Magenta Dagger, mine doesn't, and the reason why I'm doing it is, I mean, I understand if you can do it both ways. You're supposed to go left and then right, because then you can judge the edge of the runway. But if the edge, I mean, if the turning path is wide enough, I don't see a reason that you go left and then right. So for me, as I turn left, I do the bigger turn left way round, and that way I can see how much I have to go to for the lineup. It was interesting you have that in your FCOM. Look at that. 180 knots, perfect. And it should level off here at 11,000. And then you can see level off and a continuous climb. But Magenta Dagger, the real big deal is obviously from the CM1 seat, you can judge your distance from the threshold or from the runway edge a lot better. So, you know, it does make sense to go left and then right. Flaps 1, speed is checked. Flaps 1. So now we're climbing 12,000. 195 knots restriction until there. And then we should be free on the speed, out constrained. But 12,000 below until that waypoint. But it's doing that nicely. Out constrained, climb blue, all good. Yeah, so it's interesting to hear people say, you know, I prefer, you know, this add-on, or I prefer this add-on. Important thing is that everyone is happy with what they're flying. So got to be careful now, because it'll stay level, but it will accelerate, and it does not. It has a automatic flap protection regarding flaps, but it does not have a slap on automatic slat retraction. So you can overspeed the slats. There we go. Flaps 0. Speed is checked. Flaps 0. Also above 10,000 feet. Yeah, Sid was flown very nicely, Gabriel. Yeah, absolutely. Brilliant. And they have a very beautiful wing flex. Very smooth, very fluid. Hey, F-Geek, really? Oh, greetings to Auckland. Oh, what's the weather like? It's you got a storm, right? So cyclone. Nav flights are off. You're right. You are correct. And a working EFB. Correct. So I can clear up the fix info page. Clear. RatNav will clear out Queenstown as well. And I'm going to leave the seatbelts on, because I think initially when we start climbing, we may get higher than 7 degrees. So we'll just see what happens here. There we go. Now it should go climb 250. There we go. So climb up magenta 25,000, and that was the restriction here at Timjo. Yeah, Sasha, have a good flight. Already passing transition, set standard, cross-check passing level 144, now is checked. And it looks like pitch is fine, so seatbelts off. And that's it. Flight time. Now, did we get wind data? Wind temperature request. Let me see if that works. Cruise winds. So cruise wind is 330 at 65. At 65, and that's a level 390. So there we go. 2119. So about 50 minutes. Oh really? You have to hit it twice? I did not know that. Thank you much. We'll try that again. Ah! Oh, but hang on. But that only goes to level 140. It will scroll, seriously. Oh! What? What? Mind blown. I've seen many people say the Phoenix is a bit too floaty and weird when you're trying to put it down both. Well, the thing is, so Lorith, the big issue really is the ground effect in Microsoft Flight Sim. So what would be ideal is if Microsoft Asobo made a proper ground effect model, put it out to the customers and put it out to the add-on makers, and then give the add-on makers a chance to adjust their add-ons for that flight model or that flare model or the ground effect model. Once that is in place, right? So once both parties say it's now finished, then are you able to judge how realistic it is compared to real aircraft. At least at that point, it'll be fair to compare. Because right now it's just some model, and it's okay, it's fine. You can you get used to it, but yeah, yeah, X-Plane 12, same thing. It's not there yet. It's not finished yet. A lot of stuff has to be improved. The add-ons have to be adjusted for that new flight model and aerodynamic model. So. Beautiful. Right, so we're gonna go and level off 250 until Timjo, and then we'll continue climb. I think that's Sasha, 20 miles out of us. What's the big changes, Lilo, in the 12? I'm not using the betas, but I mean, what's new in SU12? Yeah, so very that is true as well. Most people never fly real aircraft, so they won't be able to judge. But it matters a lot to some people. So that's why when you have real world pilots like myself fly these add-ons and stream it or make content about these add-ons, you do get asked, does it fly like the real aircraft? And if you're really honest, you would come to the point that there is no add-on or no flight simulator yet that simulates everything correctly. And I know it sounds like a silly excuse, but when I come from my real-world flying, and I don't do much flying offline here on the PC. So I come from my real-world flying, and then I stream, and then on the stream I'll, if I fly the Phoenix, and I come to land, my brain, I concentrate on the landing, so my brain and my muscle memory uses the real-world inputs, which does not correlate correctly to the add-ons. So my landings, so the first landing that I do, usually that's on stream, is actually really rubbish, because I have to get used to the differences regarding the stick sensitivity, etc., etc. So that we got Climb Blue, and we got Alt Blue 390 now. Yeah, Mark, that would be terrible, wouldn't it? No, so when I go fly the real aircraft, yeah, you get the feel when you fly the aircraft. You get instant feedback properly with the G loading, etc. So yeah, that's not the issue, no. I guess though, if I was flying, let's put it this way, if I was flying simulators only for like half a year and then got back into the real aircraft, well, then I'd rather do some patterns in the simulator, some level D simulators, before going out to fly the real jets. That is true. Sasha, I don't comment openly who I work for, but that has reasons for. It's due to advertisement regulations. When's my next flight? I don't know when my next flight is. I have standby duty. So I've got to go to Frankfurt tomorrow, and I've got standby duty. So yes, I am a captain, and I know I have a young voice, but I'm actually fairly old. I'm actually very close to retiring. Hey, QB. No, I'm not on standby just yet, QB. So that's why I have to be in Frankfurt. 1 hour, actually 90 minutes reaction time. Your wrists look very young as well. Well, I use some very expensive cream, obviously, for that. Windy water, you find it harder to get flare right at night. It's the same in real life. It depends. So if the runway doesn't have centerline lights, then I have more difficulty to get the flare right as well. But if you got centerline lights, you got the edge lights, and your eyes kind of still have the same visual feedback when you are approaching the runway, and you hear that countdown from the radar altimeter, then it's alright. It's not that bad. Nadia, I will once I retire, I will be having a face cam. Yeah, sure, but not just yet. How close is level D to real world? Actually, Marvin, you would be disappointed. It's very good. So you have several, kind of sensations when you fly a turn or you take off or land. But one thing I always have, the first flight, so the first takeoff, it takes me about 5 to 10 minutes for my eyes to adjust to the lag that you have. And it's only like a split second. So the lag, I mean the lag between the visual sensation and the sensation of the simulator. And for some reason, especially the older simulators, they have a lag, and it really puts you off. So it takes about 10 minutes for your eyes and body to adjust to that, and then it's fine. But initially, and the graphics, no joke, the older simulators, the graphics are, I mean, even FSX looks 10 times better than the level D sim graphics. I mean, they have improved, but still. Oh, ILS-23D me, I find taxing in the sims as well very difficult. Yeah, you're right. I always brake way too hard. And when I do the turns, it seems a lot more sensitive compared to the real world, yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Nadia, does it make you a little sad to retire after flying for so long? Nadia, that's a very good question. I still love flying. However, I've been commuting now back and forth between Bremen and Frankfurt for 23 years now. And it's getting more and more difficult and more tedious to get to work and get back again. I spend literally almost 3 to 4 weeks a year not working and not being at home, so commuting. So like, for example, tomorrow, I have to go to Frankfurt tomorrow, although my standby duty starts on Wednesday morning at 4:30 in the morning. So tomorrow I have to waste my free day to commute. And it's the same thing when I come back. Sometimes I have to stay in Frankfurt because I can't make a flight back, and I have to stay a day longer away from home, even though I finish work. And like I said, it's getting more and more expensive, and it's getting more and more tiresome trying to get to work. And I have had how many years now? Almost 30 years of flying. And I'm not going to stop flying, so I do intend to go and reactivate my private license. And if I look how amazing these private planes are these days, with all the instrumentation, etc., I think they are a lot of fun to fly. And so my dream would be to fly, yeah, some GA aircraft and maybe some glider aircraft as well again. Because I started out flying gliders a long, long time ago. Dimitri, you know how to fix the braking issue? How? And you asked, what do you think about the Flyby A320 mod? How can you rate its quality? Yeah, so there's a couple of things I always find fascinating about the mod here. For example, the sounds. I love the sounds. And things have improved tremendously with the flight management guidance system. So, you know, well done on that. However, visually, there are some visual stuff that, yeah, that can be off-putting. Like here, the glare shield is completely off. So, yeah, it's not a big thing, but I know some people really dislike that. Flight model, I think the flight model is okay. It handles well in the air. So again, we're talking about free mod, right? The night lighting is good, yeah. I agree on that. Is standby by mean if a captain is sick, he will take the spot? Yeah, so Sasha, exactly that. So I have to be able to push back in 90 minutes after being activated. So if someone has, you know, let's say someone has an accident on their way to the airport. That would be one example. Or let's say what I've had happen the other way around not too long ago. So I had a very long duty day with 4 sectors. And then I was supposed to fly to London Heathrow. And because London had foggy weather, they gave us a slot 3 hours late. And so we dropped out of our max duty time. However, if you fly deadhead on the last flight, then you can actually have a longer duty time. And so we got a standby crew. They flew Frankfurt-London back to Frankfurt on duty. And my co-pilot and me flew as passengers, so deadhead, to London Heathrow, which then made the rotation legal again. Well, we didn't have to wait 3 hours, but we had to wait for about 1.5, almost 2 hours. And then that way, yeah, that can happen as well, right? So there's many reasons why you could be activated out of standby. Ah, okay. That's interesting. Just gonna make a screenshot, Dimitri. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, I'll try that out. Yeah. Yeah. Cheers. I'm not a trainer, no. No, because I would have to move to Frankfurt. Voyager. Oh, you have to get up 6 in the morning. Ugh. Okay. Gute Nacht. Yeah, sleep well. Yeah, that's true. They are hard to see sometimes, those flat-footed bars, yeah. No, so Sasha, I don't have a right-hand seat qualification. Normally training captains have a right seat qualification. I mean, they have to have it to train new captains, for example. I'm not a trainer, so I don't have a right-hand seat qualification, and so I can only be scheduled as a captain. Dimitri, I made a screenshot. Thanks. Yeah, so from your settings there, community, Phoenix aircraft, etc., etc. Yeah. Oh, in the real plane. Oh, so Lorith, in the real aircraft, the older versions, so the EIS-1 in summertime are definitely hard to see sometimes. Absolutely. The newer ones, so EIS-2, they're fine, even in very bright conditions. But yeah, EIS-1, the old displays, nightmare sometimes. Yeah, so Mr. Weird, I mean, my wife has always lived in Bremen. So she was born in Bremen, she grew up in Bremen, and I met her at the end of my training here in Bremen. And we tried to live near Frankfurt for about 5 years. But my wife didn't feel comfortable there. So she was missing Bremen, missing her friends. So we decided to move up here and live here. Nico, NAT controls offline now. Cool, okay. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, Nico. Yeah, just read the instructions. So they have some very good briefing papers. Yeah, try it. Yeah. How old am I? I am actually going to be 54 this year. 54. So next year, I could theoretically retire. But my contract says I have to do 1 more year. Or actually, my company can keep me a year longer. So they already said that they will do that. So they're not going to let me go next year. So I've got to work for another 2.5 years. And I know it sounds. I've had this discussion some time back, and someone was getting really upset, saying, "Well, how can he leave? You know, the best job in the world. How can he retire?" Well, I tried to explain that I've had a fantastic career. I am happy with everything, you know, that I had the chances and to meet so many wonderful people in my career, and perfect, brilliant. But there is a life outside of being an airline pilot, and I tell you, my biggest thing to look forward to when I've retired is to be able to take part completely in a normal social life. So I can go and be a member in a normal sports club. I can play football, I can play tennis, whatever. You know, I can take dancing classes with my wife. You know, we can take any kind of family appointments. You know, there's nobody there that tells me that I can't do that anymore. The commuting, like I said, the commuting is so tiresome, and it costs so much time and money and effort. And I'm aware of the fact that, you know, not everything is perfect when you suddenly retire from such a nice job. But like I've also said, I'm still gonna fly. I'm gonna go and, you know, it's not airline flying, I know, but GA flying, so glider flying, single prop, dual prop flying is also extremely enjoyable. The timer is not set right. The timer is set here, 30 minutes. So we could do fuel check at Christchurch. So 30 minutes after departure, that looks pretty good, 29. And we should have 3.4 plus 1 ton extra. So we should have 4.4 tons in the tank. And we have 4.8, so we're still good. Well, I'm gonna have to balance that, Caesar. So, I still have some plans with my wife. So, especially regarding cooking and nutrition. So, we're thinking about giving seminars here around Bremen. Just one of these examples that we want to do. So, I will continue to stream. I still have plans to do so. But I'm not sure if I'm going to be a full-time streamer. I don't know. So I don't want to promise anything and then, you know, and then disappoint. Oh, Tishke, 100%. Absolutely, you bet. Oh, you bet we're going to do some group flights in real world. I know Brennald will be there. When did Let's First Officer land? Okay, so when you trained as a first officer, so first you become a second officer. Yeah, we're gonna make some vlogs, some vlogs as well. Yeah, absolutely. Wow, lots of questions coming in. Hang on, give me a second. Regarding somebody asking if you can be a pilot if you have a heart condition, you're gonna have to talk to a doctor that is qualified to be an aviation doctor. I can't make that call. I'm sorry. I know there are some conditions which are okay, but that topic is just so complicated, so I can't really, make a sound judgment on that. How many flying hours do I have? I can only guess. I would have to ask my company to give me a printout. My company knows exactly how many hours I've flown. I can only guess, and I would say somewhere between 16 to 18,000 hours. So I don't know exactly. And I said it before. At the beginning, you are very, very motivated to calculate your flying hours because it means, you know when you can become a captain, etc. But once you have 10,000 hours, it just becomes less important to know how many hours you have. I have a lot. that much I know. Hey MCK, Holger, ich bin 53 München. Yeah, I know. So Holger, but are you able to do GA flying, or is that also not allow you to get a medical for that? I could give you that command again here. So these are the planes that I've flown up to now. Yeah, Dimitri, they're in the Nightbot. It's just rotated there. How do you calculate top of descent? Now, we have a top of descent here now. But if you wanted to, well, I hate it when it goes below green dot. You can use the EFB. Right, so you can take the actual altitude target is pretty much sea level and a 3-degree normal descent angle, and it would tell you to descend about 122 miles prior to the airport, and you have a distance here to the runway. So I would have to go in about 55-60 miles, and if I look at the descent error here, that's pretty much in line. In the real world, what I would do is I would get myself a gate. What do I mean by that? I look at the approach, so look at the arrival routing. And so if I go to the star, that is going to be the warts for Bravo arrival. Where is it? Oh, that's a sit. I want stars. There we go. So warts for Bravo. There it is. So I can see, for example, the initial approach fix VITB 3000 or above. Doesn't really help me that much. However, we have to be Hewitt at 6000 below and a max to 20 knots. So that would be something. Or maybe Olvir as well. So Olvir, let's take this waypoint here, Olvir, 7,000. So we have to lose 32,000 feet, and I can use the calculator. I mean, why not? So let's say I want to be at 7,000. It tells me 100 miles, but that's still air distance. So make sure you check the wind. Well, that's mostly crosswind. So let's say we'll take 100 miles. And then I'll go and put that waypoint into the fixed info page. So that was the waypoint Olvir. And then I can put 100-mile radius around that. And there we go. And look at that, it coincides exactly with the other top descent here. So if you don't want to completely trust your FMS, that is how you can recheck with your own calculations. The 3-2-1 rule. Lol. 3,000, yeah, okay, that sounds familiar. Yeah, 3,000 feet, 200 knots and 10 miles, yeah. Thank you for all the questions, guys. Let's see. Yeah, Lorith, for me, one of my biggest dreams is to fly another long-range aircraft. So, to get the chance to fly, you know, either 787 or 777 is a dream come true. So that is a milestone for me. I don't think it will make me fly longer because of the issues I've been talking about. No, A380 is not for me. No. For passengers, it's a great aircraft. For pilots, I don't know. It's not mine. Oh, Holger. Okay, that's sad to hear then. Okay, so you have a very strong red-green deficiency then. Okay. Yeah, that sucks. I mean, that's... I've heard, you know, many... not many, but, you know, whenever I hear someone say they couldn't fulfill their dream of becoming a pilot because of some medical issue, I feel for them. I really do, so... Hey, Neil. You can get glasses now for that. Seriously. What? And then you can fly? Yeah, okay, that's the thing, right? So you're not sure about flying. Okay. Why not the A380? Because, Marvin, at least at my company, the routes are very boring. So we only have, like, you know, 3 destinations. And then you do, you know, 3 flights per month. You get 1 or 2 landings, and nah. It's... Also, you have to realize an A380, if you get a problem, you just do not have that many options to land somewhere. A350 over the North Pole, yeah. Have I been to London Heathrow recently? Yes, I have been to London like 3 or 4 weeks ago. And actually stayed overnight, which was nice. Had fish and chips. Ha, lol. Land on water and turn the A380 into a cruise ship. Yep.
And Steven 632 going to report my attention to our arrival. Expecting our letter 16 to Ulu on the wrap up for I can't say the arrival name, I'm very sorry, but soon you start descending to my destination for Steven 632, about 20 miles for 6,000 feet. By
yeah, he's got 10 mile separation.
Bravo of the exit.
That's all copied. I'll stay behind you, 10 mile separation. Yes, I did fly the 747 for 8 years. Fantastic aircraft. If I would have had a chance to fly it again, I would have loved to do so. But I'm not terribly sad, because if it means I get option to fly another aircraft I've never flown before, a lot more modern aircraft, then yeah, you know, I'm very happy about that. So Neil, still on the apron there.
Steven 62 goes to send to flight level 32,000 feet.
Alright, let's start descent here. So Mach descent out blue 140. Ooh, goofy in what respect? So for me, the 737 was a fantastic aircraft to hand fly. I really enjoyed hand flying it. But as a workspace, with the very crowded small cockpit, and I'm 6'3", so ergonomically 737 is not the best, let's put it this way. So, you know, you're not just flying the aircraft, you're actually working on it, and you're spending a lot of time in the flight deck. And so the Airbus, I can only judge the A320, has been very good. So ergonomically, as a workspace, love the Airbus. Hand flying the Airbus, boring. Sorry, it is. I know it's a bit drastic to say it's boring, but I've never had the same emotions flying the Airbus compared to when I flew the 737. 787-350, I would go with the 787 again because I hope that hand flying will be nicer. Oh no, Sishka, sorry to hear that. Have you let your flight first officer land the plane? Yes, yeah. Well, not the first landing, no, because I'm not instructor pilot. But I had first officers that, you know, have had very little experience, but they're fine. They're doing that really well. Yeah, so Holger, thank you so much for the kind words. But I mean, you know, flight simulation here at home, PC level, has become so fascinating. So it's a great time to be in flight simulation. Have I been to Porto? Pepito, you wouldn't believe it. I was there 5 days ago, 6 days ago. No, a week ago. Sorry, a week ago I was actually in Porto overnight as well. You know, Pepito, do you live in Porto? Do you know on the southern side of the river, near Calem, or how do you call it, Chalem or Calem port wine distillery, there is like a market hall that has many food courts in there. So many little food places in there. I've never known about it. So I've actually just wandered in accidentally with my first officer into that. And we had an amazing amount of food. Really lovely. A220? Well, A220 is definitely a nice aircraft, yeah. Looks very fascinating, yeah. When you commute to Frankfurt, isn't it possible to rent a G aircraft? Well, you could, but I mean, you would have to land, let's say, in Egelsbach, so near Frankfurt. But that's expensive, though. I mean, you know, even the normal fuel for the you know, GA aircraft is expensive. I mean, it's not that, you know, it's not the cost itself. So when I fly to Frankfurt and back again, I pay about between 80 to 100 euros. So I get a discounted value. But what is expensive are the hotel rooms. Because often I have to rent, like tomorrow, I have to go and pay my own hotel room in Frankfurt. And those can range from anywhere like 50 euros to 150 euros. So, you know, flight, you could. I mean, if you would be able to pay the money for it, yeah, you could fly with the GE aircraft to Frankfurt. But then again, you know, if it's an IFR rated aircraft, it's going to cost a lot of rent. I would have to leave it for 5 days down there, probably. Again, you know, those costs are just humongous. Has a Speedtrum, okay. No. So the company pays for the hotel when I'm in a normal rotation. So then the company pays for it. But if I have to commute to the airport prior to my duty, then I have to pay for it myself. Peanuts for a captain? Well, I have about €1,000 costs every month just for commuting, QB. €1,000 every month. So that's not peanuts. Not in my book. Hey, Labilado, what hotel do you choose normally in Frankfurt? Well, it depends. So there are Labilado. I can maybe get you a private message and give you some hints, because you may have some discount available as an aircrew. Oh yeah, sorry, Fly 787. Sorry, yeah, the chat is going very, very fast. Sorry for missing. Cool, that's really nice to know. So he says you're gonna love the way the 787 hand flies. Cool. Oh, that makes me really want to fly it now. MCK as a first officer, that's one of the reasons I was actually against commuting out of Frankfurt initially, but or actually going to Bremen and commuting from Bremen because of the costs. But I mean, back then when I started, the costs was a bit less, so maybe back then it was about €500, €600, but that was still a lot of money, yeah, from a first officer pay, yeah. Marvin, no. So I can try and ask for jump seat if I need to, but I still have to pay for a ticket. What's your land like? What do you mean, my land? The country I live in? Germany? That's all right. It's not the best, I think, but it's all right. Yeah, Tishka, I mean, you would go to, let's say, to Egelsbach. I mean, you wouldn't fly to Frankfurt Airport itself. So yeah, so Fly 77. That's what I was wondering about, because I did hear it's fly by wire. I get the speed brakes out. So yeah, that's interesting. But regarding augmentation, so it doesn't have like envelope protection, does it? It has like things like speed trim or something. So, but it doesn't have a true flight envelope protection like the Airbus. EasyJet, really, well, I mean, I can't judge. The same for Ryanair. I can't judge what Ryanair is like. I've never worked there, so. Oh, here we go. It's already starting.
And
let's print out the weather.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Duo Channel experience. Could new subscribers please make their way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight infotainment will be served. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's a new member, Aviation Maniac. Thank you so much for joining the community here. Thank you for Twitch Prime. Welcome, welcome. We have had quite a large number of new members today. If you use Discord, please do go and check out my channel. Discord channel. There is a subscriber part in there. So once you've linked your account, you have access to these. We've got lots of workshop files, lots of interesting stuff. So please, by all means, have a look there. Well, Marvin, they have a lot of different
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience.
different aircraft types that
Could
fly
new
between
subscribers
Frankfurt and
please
Bremen.
make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary
Holger, ja,
drinks,
tue ich,
snacks
ja.
and premium flight entertainment will be served.
So Bonn near Hanover, and yeah, I've
Good
lived
evening.
in North Germany for a very long time now. And Vesak, nice to see you and good evening. How are you? 18 months also to you. Thank you so much for your support. Vesak, thank you so much. So we're going to enter the weather. Here it is. 170 at 27 knots. This could be interesting. Temperature
Welcome
is 18.
aboard the Captain Black
Wow,
Box Duo
guys, thank
Channel
you.
experience. Could new subscribers please make their way to the first class cabin where
It's
complimentary
1002.
drinks, snacks and premium flight infotainment will be served. Thank you.
Hunter, as I can see, another new member. Hunter, welcome to the community as well, and thank you for your support. Thank you, thank you. MCK, I'm interested you have split duties, the company. You'll finish somewhere, have the day in the city. Yes. Yeah, so I've had that last week, MCK. So I was in, I came in with the last aircraft into Dublin, had the next day off in Dublin, and then flew out again on the second day early morning. Have I really? Oh, you're right, sorry. I did enter the wind, but then I skipped. Thank you much. Good catch, 996. That does make a difference. 996. Let's continue to descend. Let's go down 6,000. And transition here is in... Let's just check. Transition... Yeah, I'm falling a bit behind, guys, regarding the preparations. 13,000. Oh, sorry, I misunderstood your question. You fly at 6 a.m. No. No, so what I've had, MCK, I've had a split duty in flying in the evening. I think it was Milano. And I had a 4-hour break. And then it was a first flight back. So it's like a night flight. But we did get a hotel room for that time. So it can happen. You may get some split duty, but that's really rare. And the example that you mentioned, I've not come across yet, no. Oh, that's really Hunter. Thank you so much for the kind words as well. That's really cool. And Hunter, also on the Discord, in the subscription channel, we have a separate channel there. We can post questions to me directly. And if you have any questions here, just post them. I'll try to answer all of them as we go along. I'm just going to put this to below if I find the button there. There we go. Let's put that to below so you can see. Wow, look at those clouds. Jeez. No, so Lufthansa closed their flight school here, which is very sad. Oh, it is MCK. It's tough. It's tough, but you get a special recovery time afterwards. So right, we've got 9 degrees TAT. So as we descend, it warms further. We can switch off the engine anti-ice again. So weather radar doesn't work, but we can use the nav display at least. So that's fine. Cool. I am way behind on preparations, guys. Let me do at least one thing. Descent. Let me put so 906 QX set at 11,140. Checked. At least let me calculate the landing performance. So that is alright. Temperature 0? No. Temperature was 18. 996. So 18. 996. 100. Say. Runway heading. I don't have to make it scientific here. It's going to be wet, obviously. 0. Oh, what's the landing distance available? Just check here. November Zulu Whiskey November.
And Viva 62 is...
So we've got about 1850. That's not a long runway, is it?
Coming from the right-hand side, going over the land.
Oh, sorry, disregard. That's 0. 1815. Approach speed 145 or something. Wait. Oh, it's dark. Let's hide. 68 tons. Bloody hell. Sorry for the swearing, but that is heavy. Jeez. 68 tons. Who made that calculation? 67.4 is the maximum. Right, disregard. We're going to dump some fuel. Config full. Oh, wait, procedure, no. Reverse. Yeah, alternate, no. Oh! Ouch. Right, we're going to lose some weight, guys. How much fuel do we have? Yeah, MCK, we're not going to burn 700 kilograms on that short distance.
Is going Mach point 37.
No. I think we're just going to cheat. Where's my fuel? Payload. Can we change that? No, we can't. Well, we're going to do it here. We're going to drop some weight here. So let's drop a little bit here. Those go out, and those go out. There we go. Bro. So there we go. So we're going to put this at 67 tons here.
Viva 62 descending to 4500.
Right.
Now that's how pros do it.
Right, I'm going to have a word with my dispatcher. That's for sure. Yeah, but automatic medium is fine, guys. Trust me. Right, let me put in it. Can we set the weights in here as well? Well, I mean, with that wind, 141. Right, let's cheat a bit more, 140. Right, so at least if you go max manual braking, right, we're fine, alright? So slam dunk, max manual braking. Yeah, and remember we always have some buffer in there, so... Although, I mean, we still have a bit extra. Is there a holding pattern? What is that? Those sounds. Oh, look at the clouds. Ugh. That looks scary. It's a good thing we don't have weather radar, because I think... if we had weather radar, we would probably... Yeah, we're a bit behind on the preparations. I do want to ask or answer some questions. I'm sorry, yeah, so we got to have to pause the question or answer the questions for now until we've landed. Oh dear. So maybe it would have been a good idea to...
Viva 62, fully established wireless 16.
to consider diversion, actually. Just saying. Hold. So we could go holding inbound 158 right turn. Is it right turn? Yeah, it is right turns, right? Yeah, right turns. So 158 right turns. Right, I'm going to do one holding pattern, although... I know, Brennell. Yeah, I know. I try my best. Oh my god! What is that? And why are my displays flickering? Now, we've got 18 degrees. There shouldn't be any eyes. But guys, these sounds? What are these sounds? Because I've switched off FS Realistic. And I've had the same sounds in the Phoenix.
I do the CPC, listen very carefully and with short miles to speed. So it's at 170 knots, 170 knots until
50 knots
7
wind.
miles, 160 ME, only be at 150 knots.
Oh, that's real turb.
And then minimum approach speed would be at 3 mile final for the 632.
You were right, Fly Lilo. That was real turb. So that worked at least. Yeah, well, that's supposed to be real turb for cat areas. I didn't know that it actually had effects lower down. Yeah, that was real turb, but that was apparently only for cat areas, which are higher up, obviously. Wellington traffic on Air New Zealand, 48 Tango entering the hold over at Whitby. We'll do one pattern and then start the approach. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, Coley boy, yeah, that's the one.
And Fever 632 on a 6 mile final at 2,000 feet, no visibility for runways.
Yeah, alright. I mean... but that's why we do an ILS approach, so hopefully the minimums will work. Minimums are 300 straight in. So do that, 300 borrow. Set holding speed. Well, I'd rather do this selected a bit above green dot, so we have a bit of buffer there. That's set. That's good. That's all right. So we'll fly it out of 3000, 9.1, 3-degree profile. Yeah, that's true. Well, so Brennell, that was more for the cat areas. So, you know, en route. Again, not so much near the ground. Missed approach will take us 160 degrees to Urbem, and then fly over, turn left, track 150, and climb 3000, max 185 knots. Cool.
Fever 632, B going to down to 145, so 145 knots for Fever 632. Visibility very low, can't see anything.
QB right now, they have a cyclone a little bit north of here. So if you go to windy.com and check the weather here, it really is. It is crazy. Hang on, let me just show you that on my app. So here it is, right? Here's Wellington. There's that cyclone. Down here we have Queenstown. That's Christchurch. Wellington is right there, and that's where the cyclone is. That is real. That is real world right now. Well, why do you think I was flying here today? Because I thought, oh, that looks interesting. all for entertainment. Ah, okay, so it could take... Ah, okay, so maybe the SIGMETs. You're off. Yeah, okay, that's good going. GG. Right, let me then start the approach, actually. Air New Zealand 48 Tango is 20 miles out. We'll start the approach. ILS 16 Zulu in Wellington. Uh-oh. He does not sound happy. Right. Stop it! Guys, you're scaring me. Right, let's do this. So, approach mode is active. Speed managed. Here comes localizer. Flaps 1. Speed is checked. Flaps 1. He seems very immersed, yeah. Well, that's cool, isn't it? Lock star. So let's see how much we can get immersed here. Look at that wind. Hold on. Isn't that wind supposed to be 170? Right in the nose. Does Microsoft not know this? Right, flaps 2, speed check, flaps 2. Just add a little bit of speed brakes to get down here. Whew. Right, let's see. You remember, guys, the landing we did?
Number 2 for arrivals. If anyone on final, please report.
The Air New Zealand 48 Tango is on a 13-mile final at the moment. ILS 16 in Wellington.
Roger that. Coming, what is your minimum approach speed? Because I want to try to get in, so I need to divert.
We've got about 140 knots approach speed. He's there.
Good luck. You won't say anything, don't you know, mate?
Yeah, I would advise you to go via Whitby, because I'm out of Whitby right now. So if you were to cut in front of me, that probably will be too close.
Roger. Let me just plan this out quickly for Speeder 62. I'll report. And just to report, I've got turbulence, so I'm flying this by hand.
But he has auto thrust, right? That's BA procedure. Just saying. Exactly, so MCK says...
on a 5-mile final for runway 16. After the aircraft has landed, the New Zealand Air Race, I'm going to be behind him on the 5-mile final behind the 632.
So just checking, with that wind, if that stays, so theoretically, let's say 45 knots, and we're doing runway 16. Yeah, we only got a crosswind of 15 knots. I know it sounds crazy, right? But it's only 20 degrees off. Well, that's 30 degrees off. That's half the component, about 25 knots. 20 knots. So, as crazy as this seems, Gladstone star, gears coming down. And I trust Microsoft. I trust Microsoft will change that wind accordingly. If not, then we got a problem. Let's put it this way. Right, 60. Well, actually, we're getting.
The local dicer now on a 10-mile final for runway 16.
All right, we're currently 8 miles out, and we'll try to expedite vacating, if we make it. That is.
I will do a go around if I have to. For G-60.
I have a feeling as well that the QNH is not correct. Alright, flaps 3. Speeds checked. Is that supposed to be sea level? Or is that terrain below us? Ah, okay, there could be terrain below. Okay, disregard. All good. That's me being skeptical about flaps 4. About Microsoft weather here. So there we go. That's on cabin check. Right, let me add manual thrust here. Jeez. Right, so even the raindrops are coming from the side. We're 80% power. What is this?
1,000.
Manual flight. Lol. Right, Microsoft Flight Sim at its best regarding
1,000.
Yeah, do I dare say stable? I mean, it's checked, but
Either 632, where are you right now? Report your location, NZWN, and where I'm going to get some cap.
so if that wind wants to change, I hope it changes soon. Right, landing checklist, incoming landing, no blue.
6-mile final for runway 16.
Lol, this is funny. Right, I'm going to put this to ignition start with rain. Now, I can't really say that I'm enjoying this, but oh yeah, we'll continue, absolutely, yeah. If we can stay within, you know, normal limitations, accepting, you know, kind of short-term deviations, but I mean, Microsoft, look at that. It's just the way Microsoft simulates these conditions sometimes. I know they want to make it interesting, but still, I mean, this is a bit ridiculous. Try to find a target power here. Right, keeping eyes peeled. I can see the approach lights. There they are. Finish the landing checklist. That's speeding. What is happening?
500.
It's like, look at the pitch axes. Nothing happening to the pitch axes. It's just a speed band that's moving. I have to do almost
400.
no inputs into the stick.
100 above.
Now, somebody tell me Microsoft Flight Sim has the best,
310. 300.
the best weather simulation, and you know, continue. That's ridiculous.
200.
And just like I said, this is just a speed band simulation. It has nothing to do with, you know, inertia.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Retard. 30. 20. Retard. 10.
In sight in front of me, just touchdown. The time is 19:32. Touchdown.
Sorry, we got spoilers from SPQ.
And report.
Look which taxiway we actually made. that's silly. I'm sorry. And Air New Zealand 40 Tango is vacating the runway right now. Runway is clear.
Thank you much. Can you watch me land, please?
Oh no. I know, right? They say X-Plane 12 has broken weather, but this was ridiculous. And then you saw the ground effect. That's something I was... There we go. Oh, he's already landing. GG's. Wow, what that... It was a good landing, don't get me wrong, but what was that simulation with the water spout there? GG. Well done. Oh my god. This is funny. Oh, it's good for entertainment, I can say that much. Right, 25.
They're now playing on final. Good luck, mate.
Right, so I have to go this way. Well, this is something that just confirms to me what I've said regarding inertia. Because I've started to think that maybe I'm wrong. You know, people will say, why are you complaining about this? You know, it's not that bad. And I'm like, well, but there's no inertia. There's, you know, it's just a speed bait simulation or speed band simulation. It's not really, it doesn't have influence on the flight controls and it doesn't have influence on the lift vector, etc., etc. How do we taxi now? And but this confirmed it to me again. No, I've not, Brennell. No, I wish I had, but no. After landing checklist is completed. You've been there, Neil? Wonderful. But it was so funny. It was all stable. Lilo, take care. Good night. That was good. The important thing is that you guys enjoyed it. But it was like stable. You saw me literally do no inputs into the stick. And then as we came across the threshold, the nose pitched down, nose pitched up. It was like, I don't know. It's completely unrealistic. He's fighting the wind. I think it's got crosswind like crazy, so he's trying to taxi. Another thing with the ground friction. Actually surprised that we made it this far. Sorry for blinding you. Can we get ground power? There we go, thank you. So I don't have to start the APU. Brennell, half an hour late, I'm sorry. But at least we made it. You parked too much. Come on. Don't give me that. Don't judge my parking. Oh, that works. That's nice. Right, so beacon off. That off. Those go off. Thank you so much. Oh, Sim Caesar! That's too kind. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your kind donation, and please join us on the captain's table.
And just wait for the message.
Black Box, thank you as always for generously sharing your aviation knowledge and experience with us, and everything else you do for the flight sim community.
Oh, that's really kind. Sim Caesar, first off, thank you so much for your friendship. And yeah, thanks for coming here so often, being so generous on the stream. Big shout out. You can see Sim Caesar, what a fun, wonderful person he is. Please make sure to check out his channel. His streams are legendary. You will love them. So you'll have so much fun. Sim Caesar, I hope I can join another stream very soon. Big thank you again, big love. And I honestly, I do want to do a shared flight with you very soon. So if we can make that possible, that would be fantastic. Thank you for the shout out, Mark. Well, Gabriel, that's another topic regarding inertia and so on. So yeah, they should be able to do it, but so thank you so much, SimSeas, again for the €10 donation. Big round of applause for me as well. Thank you so much for that. Wake Vortex, if you do retire, fly GA, please try one of the Cirrus aircraft. I was lucky enough to own the first A320. You did own it? Wow. Yeah, I've seen it. They're actually quite big as well. So, yeah, I definitely will try them, yeah. Roy, try it out. Be my guest. The thing is, Roy, I think it'll behave very similar. Because it's not up to, you know, the add-on makers' abilities. These conditions, when they're so extreme here in Max Flight Sim, it just acts really, really strange. Thank you much for joining. It really is.
Welcome. Have a good day.
You too. Take care. Neil, I will try. I may only have, if everything goes well, I may only have like maybe 10 days of work left before I change the aircraft. But it could change as well that I drop out of the list for April, because they only have 3 spots available. Currently I'm on the 3rd spot, so I could drop out if I'm unlucky at some point. If someone else suddenly decides to you know, join the list and has a better seniority than me, then I would drop out. So nothing's carved in stone yet, but at the moment, if it remains this way, I will be transferring beginning of April, and I have the complete March off work. So I literally only have the rest of this month, and then we'll see. Little question, if you only put anti-ice if you're in the clouds under 10 degrees, or there are other situations where you put them on the... so no, so only in icing conditions, and the criteria is below plus 10 degrees outside air temperature and visible moisture. So normally if it's warmer, or if it's clear dry day with, you know, no humidity, you would not put on the engine anti-ice. Cool. Thank you again for the amazing support. Thank you so much for all of your generosity. Big shout out again to Sim Caesar, and to Anon, also donated today. And then thank you so much for all the new members deciding to support the channel. Very, very kind of you. And also a big thank you to all of the long-term subscribers coming back and still showing that amazing support. So thank you so much. I will do another flight here. We're going to go into the Cessna 414, and we'll join Brenold and anyone else that wants to on the multiplayer server. Did I say play? I mean fly on the multiplayer server. Flying along on the Norway tour. All right, yes. Thank you so much again. I'm happy that you enjoyed it. The approach, I mean, the first flight, the approach into Queenstown was amazing. Wow, just absolutely incredible. Right. Oh yeah, so fly-by-wire mod, I think it's good. I think though it's fighting with the same issues really that that other add-ons fight as well with. So so you can't really blame the modders. It's just the limitations in the sim itself. But hey, I mean, they will continue to improve it. I'm sure things will get better in the future. But there we go. Thank you so much, everyone. Good night.